Hi guys, this is Momina Munir. You're watching me on the Eisha, only on Womanllly.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Eisha.
Hi guys.
So how are you doing today?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
So those of you who don't know, I know she's very popular in this generation, and so this is Momina Munir. She's a YouTuber and she has a couple of businesses also. She's a young entrepreneur. So do you want to tell us about your businesses?
Yeah, so I started back in 2020 when COVID hit, and I was like bored.
Yeah.
Not just bored, just frustrated also. So I had this very random idea of just painting on shirts. Like I got fabric paints and I like ordered some t-shirts off of like Daraz.
Yeah.
And I just started painting, and randomly I just like I say yaar ajeeb a lot in my vlogs, so it's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
And I just wrote like yaar ajeeb, and then my friends were like, why don't you make merch? You know, merchandise, sare YouTubers merchandise apna kar rahe hote hain, you know, you should do that. So I was like, should I, like, would people even buy it? Like, एक insecurity होती है ना, you always just think like
कि आपका product कोई नहीं खरीदेगा. हाँ.
So I was like, maybe I should not. But two of my friends from college, they were like, nahi, we'll help you out. We'll get everything manufactured, produced.
Oh wow.
Just even the logistics, we'll deal with it. You just give us the design. So I was like, perfect.
The response कैसा आया initially?
Initially it was crazy. I'll get to it.
Okay.
So अभी ये शुरू वाला बस idea ही चल रहा है मेरे दिमाग में कि let's do it. So we started modifiers. That's the first business that I owned, and I was marketing it, doing everything in my capabilities to expand. But we just started with merch us time pe, and then we decided कि we can make more t-shirts and stuff to just sell. Just thinking about like the merch wala part, it was crazy when it launched. It completely sold out in 10 minutes. I was with my friends, and constantly website break ho rahi thi. It wasn't because like
Kylie Jenner moment?
but my website designer was just not that good. That was the asal masla. But yeah. So I was getting frustrated कि बार बार error क्यों आ रहा है? People cannot even see it. But later I realized कि it's sold out. Okay, so it was like the most craziest response ever. It was my first launch, and everyone loved it eventually. और फिर slowly करके we launched more products, not just merch, but as modifiers की brand. We launched a lot of stuff. We got hoodies and just different merchandise things.
I'm going to order your merch.
उसके बाद क्या कहते हैं? I just got into modifiers for the year. And later in the years, I was like, फिर वापस से मैंने एक और merch launch की. I had these drops, like I have limited edition drops.
Oh, wonderful.
So once it's sold out, you cannot never get it back. उसके बाद recently in 2022, I had this idea of why don't we have like Maggie ke stalls street food mein?
Oh my god, yes. Because you know, my friends keep telling me from India that they have all of these different stalls Maggie के जिसके अंदर वो अपनी recipes डाल के you know
बनाते हैं.
So yeah.
So I was like randomly watching a video on my phone. मैं सोते हुए वो Facebook पे Indian street food नहीं आ रहा होता, तो मैं सोते हुए वो देख रही होती हूँ, and I used to crave Maggie वो वाला ना बार हर रात, and I was like, why can't I just food panda it over to my place? And I was sharing this with a friend, and he was like, okay, let's do it. Let's open a food cart. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, हाँ सही है, नाम सोचते हैं. This is like he's dropping me back home.
Oh, तो उसके बीच में
उस रास्ते में it's literally just one road, लंबी सी रोड, और फिर मेरा घर आ गया. उस रोड के बीच में हमने नाम भी सोच लिया, नूडल वूडल. हमने कार्ट वाले का नंबर भी किसी से रेफरेंस के थ्रू कॉल करके ले लिया, and we texted the guy as well. And like the next 3 days we visited the cart place and made our order for first of Ramzan. And first of Ramzan came and the cart wasn't ready, and he was like, the person who was like building it, he was like, hey, I want to give like the perfect one to you guys, so obviously just wait a bit. So mid Ramzan we launched Noodle Woodle. The response was crazy the first time, and like I had no experience in running a food cart, of course. Like we were
Yes.
just two kids running it.
And food business होता भी बहुत tricky है.
बहुत tricky है,
क्योंकि खाना
especially-
का मामले में it has a shelf life. you
Yeah,
know?
so especially we like just talking about the management side, it was so hard because we didn't like hire employees in the sense like waiters होते हैं जो order लेते हैं. So we were the waiters.
Oh.
So me and
Momina
Ahmed,
Munir.
yeah. So me and
Serving
Ahmed,
food.
my business partner, we were literally going into cars, taking the orders. I was writing everything down.
Yeah.
Like if you would have like seen me there, I would have my notepad and a pen in my hand, a pen in my hair, और बस मैं orders ले रही होती थी और chef को बता रही होती थी क्या बनाना है. उसमें भी इतने मसले आए management से related because किसी को गलत ऑर्डर जा रहा है, किसी को ये आ रहा है. फिर we learned a lot. We got a POS system. POS system is basically like the receipt system. So one goes to the kitchen, एक receipt kitchen के पास जाती है, एक receipt customer के पास जाती है, and then there's no chance of just missing the order or replacing it. फिर हमने वो किया, फिर we hired waiters, we hired employees.
So where is this located?
We're shifting now to DHA, but पहले हम बहादुराबाद पे होते थे छोटू चाय वाला के करीब. So
अच्छा.
we are shifting in like 2 days.
Oh wow, I'm gonna come.
Yeah, usually
Yeah,
I'll bring you.
So for the young people out there who's starting their business, what do you think is your piece of advice just for startup, you know? And also because माँ बाप इजाज़त नहीं देते बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने के लिए, तो उसको कैसे वो कर्ब करें?
I think सबसे पहले तो इजाज़त लेनी ज़रूरी तो होती है if you're not 18, वरना सबसे पहले तो
पाकिस्तान में आप 80 साल के भी हो जाए ना, आपको अपने माँ बाप की इजाज़त
That's true.
लेनी होती है.
But I think सबसे most important thing to start a business is with capital. If you don't have the money to start, there are some ways where you can start बिल्कुल किसी पैसे के बगैर. But still I feel like you need some help, and if your parents do support you, that's amazing. If they don't, you just need to
Take out a loan?
Yeah, probably. Lekin your question was that what advice would be for people who start businesses. I think सबसे पहले तो just don't think you're perfect. Always just learn from the mistakes. Like I made several mistakes and I learned from them, and that's how you grow. And also one more thing that I highly recommend always to people is make Allah your partner in your business. So it's basically like whatever you're earning, give out a certain percentage towards charity.
That's a wonderful thought.
That's how your money keeps rolling, because it's Allah has already said कि you know, if you help my people, I will help you.
Yeah.
So that's always been the number one priority for me in a business.
Yeah.
उसके बाद everything comes second. So that's like the main thing that I do.
That's so sweet. That's so cute. So speaking about YouTube, you know, and what do you think there's some of the, you know, initial hiccups and stuff that you faced? Do you think that YouTube is a very male-centric, you know, platform to be on? And how do you curb with the negativity, and how do you know, like deal on a daily basis with everything?
When I started initially, it was very male-centric. I didn't see enough Pakistani YouTubers who were female. But slowly now, I started back in 2016.
Oh wow.
So that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
I know. But I started getting followers and subscribers in 2018. So at that time, I even made a video called The Female Community of Pakistan, where I gave a shout out to every female I could find that was, you know, doing YouTube, because I wanted it to grow so bad with the female community. Because मैं हमेशा सोचती थी, why aren't there any females that are doing like vlogging? यही था कि most of the girls were just doing makeup and fashion, which is the norm.
Yeah.
It was nothing besides that. And initially I got the title of the first female vlogger of Pakistan, which was, I was like, nahi, like I was in denial कि क्या I'm like the first of something.
Yeah.
But in reality there was no female who was vlogging, just specifically vlogging rather than मतलब कुछ थी जो fashion के साथ vlogs कर रही थी, but it wasn't just this the vlogging centric.
मुझे यही Instagram पे लगता है कि हर कोई जो है वो transformation videos कर रहा है, मेकअप कर रहा है, वो जो don't rush वाला आया था कोविड में, तो that's why I made a conscious effort to not
do
be
that.
like a typical blogger or like a platform on Instagram where I'm doing transition videos and stuff like that. I do not post like a conventional blogger or an influencer, and I feel like I'm myself in my head, I'm creating a niche for it.
Exactly.
So that's,
and I feel like whenever there is a niche, there is growth. वरना अगर आप बिल्कुल हाइप वाली चीज़ में घुस जाओगे ना, हाइप बस थोड़ी सी देर के लिए आपको मिलेगी, it wouldn't be like there for long term and constant as well.
Yeah. So you are doing university from abroad, okay?
Yeah.
And do you think कि बहुत मुश्किल होता है यूनिवर्सिटी और पढ़ाई और यूट्यूब और ये सारा आपका सोशल वाला जो करियर होता है सारा उसको साथ साथ लेके चलने का, because you started out pretty young.
Yeah. So when like ये वाली चीज़ जो पढ़ाई वाली चीज़ है, like it's always been there, it's always been the top priority. So school में भी I was doing vlogging, college में भी I was doing vlogging, but yes, university is tedious. But still I feel like जो मैंने degree choose किया, I'm doing it online from Karachi.
Yeah.
So it's easier and flexible. I would say कि you know I don't have to go to London to study.
Yeah.
I would like that, but but right now I think with work it's the best thing because I chose that degree just for the reason कि ये एक flexible degree है. I skipped my IBA test because I was like, I took classes for it, I prepared for the test, but eventually I was like, I'm gonna be in that rut.
Yeah.
And उससे मेरा काम ज़रूर affect होगा, but then again like एक आपकी financial independence affect होगी. So I was like it's better if I just stay flexible with my education as well. So I chose that degree. I go to TMUC to study, but I barely go there. I study online, and if I need help with my teachers, I just contact them. They're always there to help. So it's pretty flexible. I don't have to go to university. Whenever I want to study, I just study, which is usually 2 days before the exam. But
Same situation here. So how particular do you have to be about yourself and how you present yourself online? Because you have to be careful about what you're saying, you know, because एक आप गलती से चीज़ बोल दो तो एक influx of people आपको जो है वो पीछे पड़ जाते हैं. So क्या research और क्या knowledge आपको contain करनी पड़ती है एक बात को इंटरनेट पे डालने के लिए?
सबसे पहले this is the #1 rule that I have learned on being on social media. Is just not talk about the thing you don't know about.
Yeah.
That's the best advice I could give to anyone. If you don't know about, if you haven't researched enough about that topic, and there are certain topics like religion, political opinions that I feel like my audience wouldn't even understand because they're usually like 12 to 20 wale age mein. So I just cater to those opinions with humor most of the times, and yes, if I feel like there is something really important I need to talk about, then I do complete research on it and then I state it as my opinion rather than stating it as a fact. So that's how I tackle the situations. When I usually just don't speak on topics jahan pe I feel like I'm gonna get cancelled or I'm gonna get hate towards, because that's just like you're inviting the hate.
Yeah. So do you feel like, because if there's a serious topic that you're catering with humor, like some people might not take you very seriously when you're raising awareness on a very serious topic?
Of course, but I do put in disclaimers that this is just humorous, please take it as a joke, rather than just putting it out there and someone like thinking कि ओ इसने तो इसकी चीज़ के बारे में मजाक उड़ा दिया, and I feel so strongly about it. So I do put out a disclaimer. I don't usually joke on serious topics obviously, but still अगर कभी हो गया तो for example, just giving an example, पहले मुझे TikTok नहीं पसंद होता था, but now I like it. So I was really against TikTok before, but now when I do it, people are like, "अब तो आप करती हो." So I don't really have a counter
That's
to do
called
that.
growth, guys.
Yeah.
So how important do you think education is? क्योंकि अब हमने बात कर ली कि हम यूनिवर्सिटी जा रहे हैं, हम अपने करियर को कैसे उसके साथ लेके चल रहे हैं, तो लेकिन एजुकेशन इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है? क्योंकि लोग ये भी कह सकते हैं कि आपके पास एक प्लेटफॉर्म है, आप अच्छे पैसे कमा रही हैं, आपका बिजनेस अच्छा चल रहा है, तो पढ़ क्यों रही हैं आप? क्यों पढ़ रही हैं आप?
So this was my शुरू में ना, I was like, I don't need to study. Like मैं पैसे भी आ रहे हैं, हर चीज़ आ रहे हैं, but then I realized कि ये हमेशा नहीं रहेगा. There's always gonna be a plateau and then a downfall.
Yeah.
So eventually, of course, my mom was like very adamant on you need to study. भाई क्या हो गया? Like I don't think she would let me just not study. So एक तो obviously it was my mom that you should study, and my friends. एक point आ गया था जहाँ पे I was like, no, I don't need a degree. I could just take courses up and do diplomas वगैरह, which my mom was fine with. She was like, तुम्हें जो करना है करो, but you should have the knowledge to even have a conversation on any topic.
Yeah.
तो she just had that point. वो she was like, तुम्हें knowledge भले वो YouTube से मिले, भले वो तुम्हें newspaper से मिले या degree से मिले, तुम्हें वो knowledge होनी चाहिए. But my friends, all of them were like, I took a gap year, and उस gap year में I just learned a lot about myself. I started a business, and slowly I came to the point I met a lot of people, older people who have been through even education, and most of them said degree काम नहीं आती, ज़रूरी नहीं है degree. So उस
Do you think for grooming में affect करता
Of course, and even university, I feel like the best part about university is networking.
Yes.
You get to meet so many people who will eventually, help you in your future.
Yeah.
So,
even in the slightest way possible.
तो उस sense में, when I, talked to older people who had, gotten their bachelor's, masters, they were like, degree तो काम नहीं आती, हम ये कर रहे हैं, हम वो कर रहे हैं अभी. But I realized कि, it's a safe place. You can always lean back on it.
Yes.
And that's how I realized कि no, education is truly important. भले मैं कितना भी कमा लूँ, कितना भी मतलब इधर उधर से पढ़ लूँ, degree एक तरीके से, you should have that as a safe zone. That's my thought process.
That's a very good thought. So where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Oh God, I don't know. Whenever
कोई plan एक वो होता, I don't want you to put out that, मतलब एक personal चीज़ होती है.
सबसे पहले तो I would really like myself as an established woman, कि बस एक जिस चीज़ में मैं इतनी मेहनत कर रही हूँ, मैं दिन रात उसमें लगा रही हूँ, I am at least established in it, and if not, I am okay with it, because I am like a sucker for learning. Like I would never stop learning. Even if I make mistakes, मैं उसको बस as a learning चीज़ लूँगी, and I'll fix that thing and just go ahead.
Do you do well with criticism?
I love criticism. Even like after starting a business, I got so open to criticism. पहले मैं होती थी, I think in every kid there is a certain type of कि नहीं मैं perfect हूँ, मुझे कुछ ना बोले, because I was a little pampered when like छोटे बच्चे वाली age में, and after like coming out of that, social media did help me in dealing with criticism, because जब hate आता था, पहले तो I used to like cry. Okay, why are people like hating on me and shaming me on just my weight वगैरह blah blah blah, and it used to be annoying, but at one point I never got like a lot of hate, but still वो 2 comments में भी अगर hate हो जाता था तो बस मेरी ज़िंदगी ख़त्म हो जाती थी. But eventually as I grew older, I realized कि यार people are just so insecure in themselves that they are projecting
insecurities on you.
So when I realized that, I was like, nahi sahi hai. It's even if it's like hate, not even criticism, hate bhi hai to chalo sahi hai. But some people are super nice enough to actually give constructive criticism that I really, really appreciate, especially in Noodle Boodles. Like, jab maine start kiya, we were very like babies in terms of experience. And when people would come up to us and say, give us feedback, we would happily take that, and हमने फिर एक एक बंदे के पास, एक एक कस्टमर्स के पास जाके एक हमने एक प्रैक्टिस बना ली थी कि वी वुड आस्क देम अबाउट द टेस्ट, अबाउट द एम्बियंस, एवरीथिंग एंड बेटर इट. सो आई थिंक कंस्ट्रक्टिव criticism is the way you grow and learn.
Yeah. Be nice with your words, guys.
Yeah,
Constructive criticism is appreciated. So, thank you so much.
No problem
for
at
being
all.
a part of my platform. It really, really means a lot because you have caught me by surprise, and you have exceeded my expectations.
Oh, Fallah.
And I really enjoyed the conversation that
I
we
loved
had.
it.
I learned a lot from you. You know, because I'm just starting out and I'm expanding and, you know, trying to see what my palette is and experimenting with different conversations.
This is the best part, by the way.
Really?
Experimenting.
Okay, great. I have Momina Munir's approval, guys. So thank you so much for being a part of this, and I am so grateful to you. So is there anything you want to say to your fans or the people watching, like any piece of advice or something you want to shed light on?
Achha, I don't call them fans. I just call them
ऐसे पता चलता है बड़े humble हैं.
supporters. Because it's like मेरे अंदर बहुत वो आ जाता है, एक अजीब सी ego आ जाती है. So I don't want that ego, but yes, thank you so much for supporting me and liking me, and thank you for bringing me here to give me a platform to speak.
Pleasure's all mine.